What's going on, traders? It's your boy. I'm back. The man, the myth, the professor. Yes, it is he. Man, I apologize, man. The back end of 2020 was just a lot and I couldn't keep up, man. It was just too much. So I had to switch up some formats, with all the things we had going on. This COVID stuff, working from the house, raising these babies. It's been a lot, but I digress from all that. The bottom line is this. So I switched my format. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming at you once a week. And the way that I'm going to play this is I'm going to just go over my best three trades, my biggest loser, my best three trades in a week, my biggest loser, and then just the overall numbers, overall stats, and just kind of, having a general or basic look at the market overall. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm going to play this. I'm going to just come to y'all once a week because it's easier with the current situation for me to be able to do that as opposed to do nothing at all. I hate doing nothing at all. I really miss my interaction. And I appreciate some of you reaching out, just checking on me, seeing how I was doing, making sure I was all right. I really do appreciate those, the few of you that did say, hey, man, what's going on? We ain't seen you in a while, okay? So how has everything been? Even though I stopped making videos regularly, every month I can't remember when I stopped, but I was profitable for all of 2020, first and foremost. Every month. There was not a month where I did not take profits at the end of the month. It was a very, very good 2020 for me in regards to day trading penny stocks is what we're talking about. Okay. And on top of that, we shot out of 2021. I'm talking about great January and a great February in the making. We just got to finish strong, which is always the objective. Right. And so, I just kind of wanted to talk about a few of those things. And then the other thing is I made a few tweaks, okay, to what I was doing. And one of the things, my cousin called me and she was like, cousin, how come you don't use your pitchfork strategy anymore? And years ago, I wrote a pitchfork strategy for trading options. And she was like, I use it to day trade all the time. I don't know why you're not using it. And she was like, yeah, I'm real successful with it. I'm just throwing it out there. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why I'm not using it either. So I said, okay, let me go back. I rehashed my class and looked at it and it just was like, okay, let me make sure. Yeah, this will work actually. And I start putting it on charts and applying and man, I tell you what, I think we started applying pitchforks in late October, early November at the latest. And you talk about like with profits, it just kind of like, God, it took a lot of guesswork out. You know what I mean? Oh, God, it's been good. So anyway, you're going to see I say that to say, for those of you who are used to my videos, you're going to see some changes that I made to the charts and some strategy. And that's why I was telling you that ahead of time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do like I always do. Let's just overall look at the market, man. Let's see where the market is going, what's going on. So let me pull up my charts. 1 second. So here we are, and we are looking at the SPY, the overall index. Well, not the overall, but we're looking at the SPY. And as you can see, this is a monthly time frame. We can see that this thing has been on a run. All these dips has not faded this at all. Of course, we can't forget the dip we had in, March of 20 because of COVID. And look at this thing, man. It just bounced back as strong as it can be. And so, yeah, we're in this clear-cut bullish market. And me, I do not attempt to predict where everything is going. That is not my game. I'm not going to tell you when the recession. All I do is read the chart and play the chart. That is it, my friends. That is it. So let's go ahead. What were the best 3 plays that I took this week? What was my biggest loser? We're going to get into that right now. Okay, so first of all, let me share my screen. So this first stock we're going to talk about is SNDL, which was much the craze earlier in the week. I can't remember which day it was that I played, the 10th. I played this, what was it, 10th? I don't know, 10th to 11th. I think it was the 10th though. This is, the 10th. Yeah, the 10. So anyhow, I caught this one. It was falling. This pitchfork is not indicative of what it looked like at the time because I took this picture after the breakout had happened. But we'll go down to the 1 minute time frame, and that will be a little bit better. This is what it. Oh no, 1 minute Sunday. So this is what it looked like prior to, and but pretty much it was coming into the median line, and I just thought it was a great opportunity to play this off the median line. So I went about three. This was the median line was at 192 if I recall, or 191, and I went 3 cents over it. And I end up catching this trade. You talk about picking the bottom. Not that I was trying to pick the bottom. I was just trading a great area that I thought was worth testing. Okay, and I end up catching it right here. And I got in at 193, and I think I sold this at 213. I think it was about right here when it hit the 20 MA on the 10-minute time frame. So for me, that ended up being a 10% trade. That was a really good trade. Very happy with that trade, and very happy with look at this thing. Look at how fast, like it just came in, put in the bottoming tail, and boom, boom, boom. 3 minutes later, you moonwalking down the hallway because you had a nice little 10% trade. And it didn't even make you sweat. I mean, there was no sweat in this at all. Within 2 minutes, it was on the go. So I hope y'all can. Sorry if you hear that. My kids and my wife and them having a good little time. Okay, so that was sundial. The next one that I took was ship. What's going on? I took ship. Okay, and this was yesterday, and this is exactly what ship looked like at the time. This is prior to the breakout. On Fridays, let me tell you this straight up. Look at me when I tell you this. On Fridays, I don't trade past. I'm on the West Coast, so we up from 6, market open to 6:30 our time. I don't trade past lunch. I go from 6:30 to 9, and then I go golf. Okay, and that's just because Fridays in the afternoon. Whew, I tell you what, my biggest losses, and I got my head busted the most Friday afternoons. So I don't trade them anymore in the afternoon, and that's just me, and it's been a really good decision. And so I didn't get to catch this breakout, although this breakout did happen right before what I would call lunch. I think it's hit at 8:45. I was already happy with being out of the market. Okay, so let's talk about this one. I traded this one. This is another one that I got. Now this was not the median line with a 1 minute time frame. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Oh, this was a VWAP play. This was VWAP in the median line. And so the median line was at 159. VWAP was sitting right here at 161. So I took it at 161, looking at this as a safe net. Like, I really believe that this is going to kind of bounce off of this if it did fall through. Okay. And this is another one. It consolidated about 1, 2, 3 minutes. And then boom, it took off, man. So I got in at 171. Out at about 175, and really should have held to see if this was going to break out. It did not. Okay, or it really would be called a squeeze in my opinion, but it did not squeeze, and so I kind of took my profits and I walked, and so that was, if I recall correctly, like an 8% win. And that's, again, man, them is good wages. Them is great wages. So that was an 8% win there with that one. So the next one we're going to talk about that I traded this week, just three, my best three, was CTRM. And I played this off the, what did I play this off? Oh yeah, I played this right off off the open. Okay. So I played this one off the open, right at the open on the MA. And the MA was sitting at 147 if I recall. Messed up. If I recall correctly, let me see. CTRM, 1 minute. Yes. Okay. So the MA was sitting at about 147. I got in at 147. This thing fell through, but this is all in the first minute. I hate taking trades. I hate taking trades in the first minute of the market. I really do. Because it is so, I really don't like taking trades the first 5 minutes of the market because it's extremely volatile. So anyhow, this thing fell through 47 down to 40, and then literally again in a minute it bounced, and so I got in at 147. This thing bounced to I think it bounced to 157, but I traded it. I sold it at 156. I actually put my target in. As soon as I got in, I just put the target at 156 because I was like, I want in and out. I don't know what this thing is going to do. I don't care if it runs up here. If you guys know anything about me, I take profits and I take them quick. And generally speaking, I take profits anywhere between 3 and 10%. So I'm looking at minimum 3% on a win. And usually, unless I'm buying a squeeze play, a short squeeze, I don't take more than 10%. But on short squeezes, especially like strong ones where it's clear as day, I let those run. I've hidden for 15, 25, 30% on that play before. It's one of my favorite. It actually is my absolute favorite play. They just don't come every day. Not the really good ones, okay? So I get in, I get out, man. I don't waste a whole lot of time. I take profits and I just keep it moving, man. And so some people can call that scalp. You call it whatever you want, but make sure you add profitable to that title, okay? So the last one we're going to talk about was this is the biggest loss I had this week, and it was OGen, and it shouldn't have even been a loss. God, I was so frustrated with this one. Okay, so let me see the 1 minute time frame so I can remember what time. Okay, right here. So I got into this one. I trade the 161. I remember this now. Okay, so I got in at 161. I immediately put my target for 166. No, excuse me, I put it for 167. It hit 167 right here, but it was the top. They did not fill my orders. Okay, and so because they did not fill my orders, now I'm sitting here like, okay, what's going on? I hit a C167 print, but how come I didn't get filled? So this happens from time to time. So I don't even worry about it. I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait till the next minute. I'm like, it'll do it in the next minute. Well, look what happens. It drops down. Then it can't get over 166, so I put 166. Doesn't fill me. Drops down the next minute. Couldn't get over 163, I think, or 4. I put 164. Doesn't fill me. Man, look at what happens. Then this thing just, and this is my fault. I should have got out break even. That's what I should have done. But I was a little, pissed off that I didn't get this and being a little greedy. And this thing dropped on me, and I ended up getting out at 153. I took like a 4% loss on it. Not very happy. Not my proudest moment. But hey, I've been in worse scenarios than that. So that was my week. Now I took overall, I had 13 plays. Yes, 13 plays. In the week. It was like maybe it was close to 17, but like about 4 or 5 of them were washes. They were like I never lost on those 4 or 5. I either made like a penny or two. They just washed. I don't even worry about chart that kind of stuff. It takes too much time. But overall, my week was 11-2. I took 2 losses. The one that you just saw just now, that was my biggest loss, 4%. And overall, I end up earning 47% after subtracting the losses that I had on the week. Okay, so that was the week. That was a very good week. I have no complaints about how that all played out for me. Trading is definitely a battlefield. You just gotta be ready to go. So that was what it looked like. I'm really happy to be back with you guys, man. I'll be tapping in once a week. And I'll just keep updating you, as we go on my whole week, how it all played out, and things have been good. I just want you to know that things are going well, and ever since I had my pitchforks back, it's been even better, man. I'm just the consistency of which we are winning. Always none of this is if you know me by now, none of this is to brag, but some people always think that somebody's trolling, and so I just wanted to share that I am on Profitly. Okay, I'm on Profitly. You can go find me. Here I am. This was my week. I played. Okay, so it's all up there. This is everything I did this week. I got an 80% win rate. Okay, I'm averaging 5% on the take. So all of this stuff is free. I'm verifiable, man. I am not hiding. I've told you guys before, I'm transparent. I don't care if you see, because for me, it's all about the authenticity of what I do. And it's hard to be profitable in this game. And this is a hard game to be profitable in. And I'm somebody who's able to do that, who's stacking years of profitability, man. And it's just a wonderful thing. And I really just do this to show people that you can do this. Like you really can. This is a goal that is attainable. Should you have some knowledge, some discipline, and just work ethic, man. That's all it is. It don't take a whole lot. Okay. But with that said, man, it's good seeing y'all. I'll be around. You can comment, and I'll always respond. I don't think there's been any person, even to the negative comments that I only got a few negative ones, by the way, but even the negative comments I respond to. So, all right, y'all. I shall see you next week. Enjoy and make it a good trading week. This one we got coming up. It's gonna be a short one because I don't know, one of these holidays. But it's all good. I'll see y'all next week. Enjoy.